able to convert on both free throws. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads one. Whoa, Chris Middleton missed his first. That one goes.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Leonard to Beverly. Flushes it home. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Got to be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
The assist from number 21, Patrick Beverly.
Bledsoe to Lopez. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Giannis Antetokounmpo rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Hill. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Paul George. Bucks have it. Whistle blows. It's an 8-second violation. It's that time for new blood. Mike Budenholzer makes the move to his bench. Picked up by the Bucks. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Leonard. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To George. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Middleton. Here comes the screen. Middleton. Down to 5 on the 24. Bledsoe. Clippers have it. And the finish. Slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 2, Kawhi.
To Bledsoe. Nothing going here on that drive. Bledsoe to Middleton. Fires the three. Message received. Well defended. To Paul George. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Personal foul. Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Substitutions, LA.
George on the drive, but his shot misses. Milwaukee with the basketball. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Nope, first one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Bledsoe with it up top. It's 14-12. The drive, right to the basket. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Knocked loose. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Paul George at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. "17-footer at the buzzer. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Don't let it split. Don't let it split.
That's it for the first quarter. The Clippers have the lead. One of those games, every shot seems to be going down. Only 1 quarter in the books, Jay. Defensively, what needs to be tightened up?
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one, counted. Goes 2 for 2. Bucks basketball. Patrick Beverley sends it away. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverley. Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo to Matthews. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well contested. Wesley Matthews can't hit it.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. George to Leonard. EG lets it fly. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Whoa, what a finish.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
In the slam.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Adetokunbo to George Hill. To shoot. Hill. George Hill. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Beverley. Paul George. Leonard. That's off the side of the rim. Short. The follow won't go either. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Adetokunbo to DiVincenzo for three. They were ready for DiVincenzo on that three. Leonard. Oh, that's how it's done.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. Shot from the lane won't go. And throws it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Middleton. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Leonard buries the trifecta.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Giannis Adetokunbo with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And they call it.
A simple touch foul.
Substitution being made in this one.
Team foul number 1. First foul in the last 2 minutes. Entering the game for Los Angeles, number 40, Ivica Zubac.
Middleton still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kawhi Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mike Budenholzer seen enough from this group. Here comes some changes. The Bucks at the controls. Knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. It stays with Milwaukee. Lopez to Adetokunbo. Hill. And the rebound taken in by George. Brook Lopez tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Five on the shot clock. Giannis Adetokunbo swats it. And Kawhi Leonard buries the three. Giannis with it up top. Down a bundle. And Jay, they call the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Patrick Beverly, that's his first personal foul.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To George. 4-3. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Nothing going here on that drive. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Lets it fly from long range. Missed it.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
It's good. And 1.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Brook Lopez. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Paul George. Brook Lopez able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Middleton from long range. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
George lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Antetokounmpo to Hill. Here's a chance from long range, and George Hill good on the quick release for 3.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Bucks at the controls. No good, and no foul.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Team foul number 1.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. 4 out of 7.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
It's PG for 2. Wide open look won't go. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
George, short jumper, won't fall.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Eric Bledsoe, quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Leonard to Beverly. From the painted area, won't go down. To Bledsoe. Adetokunbo. To George Hill. Patrick Beverly pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Strong finish for Paul George.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 41, Nikola Mirotic. Into the game.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
George. Rebound pulled down by Giannis. Hill. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. George Hill to Middleton. Hill. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Paul George locked in. Hits the tough three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. It's been all Clippers so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Trailing by 15. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And it's sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Leonard. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Team foul number 1.
Adetokunbo. To Bledsoe. Fires the three, and Eric Bledsoe set up nicely. Takes advantage with the three.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have twos when you can shoot threes? Even on fast breaks, guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Middleton. Ooh, he'll take that.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Leonard. Well defended to Leonard. Fires the three. That's good D. Shot no good. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Leonard. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys down by 9. Bledsoe slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
You can register at our team website for more details.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Leonard. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Not that time. Leonard to George. Driving right to the basket. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
To Adetokunbo. Bledsoe. To Lopez. Adetokunbo. To Bledsoe. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. Williams to Beverly. Williams. Deep left corner. George trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Giannis in control of the basketball. Trailing by 14. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Time to shuffle things up. Leonard. Oh, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot, but what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Beverly knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Middleton won't go to end a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
The feed stolen away to Bledsoe. Adetokunbo. Middleton. And it's Harkless who gathers the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia.
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. Second of 3 is good. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Giannis with it up top. His guys down big. Screen coming. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.